Hey, Jeremy, are you still hanging out there? Somebody's got to be here with me. I start a little bit early because why not? It takes a few minutes for everybody to start coming in. Oh, and I got that muted. Woo-hoo, I'm doing good. We'll see how long it takes for the 5 people to come in that are going to come in. Something like that. But for those of you that do not know me, my name is Noel. I go by Farm Girl Scavenger. I have been doing live shows for quite a while. I'm on the cusp of hitting 6,000 subscribers. Hey, Ethel, how you doing? This is one of my bestest friends, a girl. And I sell on eBay mostly. I do have some things on Mercari, but I don't really put much over there. And I'm losing my mind because I can hear everybody in the other room. I totally lost my train of thought. Welcome to the chat. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? Looking up Yadros to list. You need a break? Yeah. Unfortunate about the Yadros. They're not worth what they used to be. Hey, you guys. I'm live. They're having a full-on family something in there. Kathy, how are you? Telling everybody hi. All the girls. Jeremy was in here earlier. He was waiting. I think he left for a few minutes. And Marie, woohoo! Hi. Anyway, so I go by Farm Girl Scavenger. I sell on mostly on eBay. I have done a few flea markets here and there and a couple other things, but what I really like to do is to share a little bit of knowledge once a week and give you guys some ideas on things that you can do with stuff. And so today's show is all about thinking outside the box because there's a lot of people that have a lot of inventory, that have a lot of things, and they're bogged down with not, bless you, they're bogged down with not being able to figure out what to do with stuff that they've either A, already paid for and found out it had a flaw, or B, somebody gave them a whole pile of stuff for free. And rather than saying, no, thank you, they took it and now they're stuck with it. So Marie knows about that, don't you, Marie? Excuse me. Excuse me. Anyway, so pine cones. I didn't give you any pine cones. And if you picked hey, Harry, how are you? And if you picked up all those pine cones and didn't list them and sell them, I don't know what to tell you. Get them listed because it's Christmas craft time. Get them listed, Kathy. They sell. I'm talking about you. You've gotten a lot of free stuff, whether you wanted it or not. Oh, this me right now, huge downsizing. Oh, what's your area, Kathleen? There's probably people that want to come next week. Ty, oh my gosh. Hey, girls and fellas. Hey, girl. Hey, how you been? Nice to see you. I don't know if I can mute myself. Yeah, I can. Sorry, I had to yell at the little terrorist. I need a moment. Kimberly, how are you? How are you? Gee, oh my gosh, bringing in all the people. Hi. So the first thing that I want to start with is wool. It's sweater weather, right? People are picking up wool like crazy. And what happens to wool? It gets holes in it. And then there's all the questions in all the Facebook groups. How do I fix this? Should I sell it like this? What can I do with it? Should I just throw it away? Well, I'm here to help you out because dealing with wool that has holes in it is one of my favorite things. And the crafting community, that gives your fingers something to do. It does. Um, felting. Yep. And I'm going to show you. I have two sweaters that I've shrank, that I've felted, that I got from Courtney Bullo Buddies when she did one of her first Whatnot shows. And can I find them? No. They should be right by my sewing machine because I was planning on making something for her. And of course, I waited till the last minute to look for them on top of that. So, they're upstairs somewhere in my sewing room. And Tia too. Who did I miss? If I missed somebody, Richard. Hey, how are you, buddy? Haven't seen you in forever. You got bad weather down there, Richard, or not? You okay? Hopefully anybody that's in Florida and all the way up the East Coast is okay. And I know that there's a lot of people that aren't okay. And we're all thinking about you. So, and there's my buddy. There's Jeremy. Thanks for coming in, my friend. So let's talk about wool. Wool sweaters. So wool, and not just wool sweaters, right? It's not doing anything in Delaware. That's good. It will soon, I think. You got the wind, but very little rain. That's good too, because it is horrendous down there. Mia voice. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So my sister and my mom are very crafty. Well, we all are. And I haven't done a lot of crafts. Wool makes you itch. You don't need to wear it. And not all wool will make you itch. You're just thinking of the itchy stuff. Wear a t-shirt underneath it, Marie. Turtleneck. You need the cashmere and the Angora and the merino. That's much softer and nicer. Don't make me come for you. The scratchy wool, the older scratchy wool, that'll make anybody itch. Ooh, for sure. So my mom and my sister make socks. And for years, that's all I wore was the nice wool socks that they made. And I loved them. And I've worn them all out. Military gray wool is the best wool. What did you eat for dinner, Jeremy? But there's so many things, and I'm just going to show you one little thing that I have here that I haven't finished, but I made a bunch of them. I made one for everybody in our family and stuff like that. So we'll see what we can do from there. But when you get a wool sweater, or let's even go with, I have show and tell. I have a bunch of old Pendleton. This is a kind of like a house dress. And the reason that they lined the older wool is because what Marie said, it's itchy. This is a super vintage Pendleton. You cannot get this fabric anymore. Sorry, I'm glitching. However, I'm going to sell this. This one has nothing wrong with it, but I'll sell this as just a regular. Somebody who hooks rugs, wool rugs, this kind of wool, this itchy, scratchy wool is the kind of wool that they want to make hooked rugs with. And they will buy it and they will cut it. And lots of times they might even save the inner lining. This thing is amazing. My very first Whatnot show, I had a lot of Pendleton, and I got most of these for cheap, next to nothing, I think. So this is a woman's Pendleton suit. Now these just don't sell very well, but I have about 10 or 15 of them, and the sizes are a lot different these days than they used to be, right? So this is lined. The skirt is lined. Well, maybe the skirt's not lined. The skirt is lined. It's down there somewhere. It's hiding. Anyway, these collars make great pieces for hooked rugs. Don't scream. Don't scream, because it's recycle, reuse, and reduce, right? Here is a piece of Pendleton wool. It's not marked, but I know it is. And this was a handmade, homemade piece. This is great. They lined it on the areas that were going to touch them. And then in the days when people wore these kind of clothes, they wore slips, right? This is amazing. I don't think there's any holes in this. This would look great with white tights and some platform black boots or whatever. Check out the pockets on it. Anyway, the colorway on this is great. It's blues, it's greens. This would make something amazing. I don't care what somebody does with it once they buy it from you. Hey, it's P&P. Hi, how are you? It's so nice to see you. If you didn't save those old clothes from an estate sale, they'd be in a landfill, right? I love this. This is totally the schoolgirl vibes. So, items like this. I guess we were going to do sweaters, but I have those there and I wanted to show them to you. Items like this are best for I didn't pull this one. Renee and Rob, how are you guys doing? I'm glad you came in. Anybody? Jeremy, would you be so kind as to drop Renee and Rob's YouTube channel for me, please? Rescue and Resell. Two amazing people. Hi, Michelle. So recycled. I'm going to spell this wrong. I spelled it wrong right there. Recycled. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do the hooked rugs, because I don't know how many of you guys know about this, but this is a thing. And when you see these, you will go out of your mind. So these are hooked rugs, and you see the little pieces of wool. They will either buy wool, they'll buy it already done, and they make these amazing rugs, and here's the wool. And so any of that wool, you haven't posted anything there in a long time, but you're on Instagram and you're selling them whatnot too. Yes, I think you are, aren't you? And rug hooking. If you guys want to learn how to do this, it's great. But on top of that, if you ever find any of these items, this one right here is more of a latch hook type rug. But if you ever find any of these items, look at all of these things. Rug hooking monthly beginner. Look at all of these amazing things that you can make with the wool that's left over and reused from pieces of fabric, blankets, sleeping bags, army gray issue blankets, any of that stuff. So just because yay, hi Sue, how are ya? So just because you might think that it's not worth anything and it's ruined, look, all the different. This gal right here, I have followed her forever, and she is amazing. She is just amazing. And she talked, I should pull her up and share her. If you want to learn Mavis Butterfield, I have followed her for just simply forever. If you guys want to learn, she is amazing. Let me see if I can, what am I doing here? Drop this in the chat. She is just amazing, simply amazing. She does everything, but her passion is the wool rugs. So if you want to, and she creates her own designs. Look at this. This is all from recycled wool. So do you peel the thread or cut it into strips? It's cut into strips. See these strips right here? So let's do this. See if somebody has a little. Okay, there's some people just do it with scissors. Here is rug hooking cut sizes for wool strips. There's all kinds of different ways to do it. Some people make wool bundles, and you're using this thicker, almost like a what the heck, burlap, you know, for the back of it. But some people use straight wool yarn. This one would be with wool yarn. So wool yarn that you find, you should, even if it's not a full skein. I know, don't they? They're amazing. They're amazing. This is going to show you how they finish them, how they make them. And you can either do edges like this. You can hand stitch the edges. Why you should steam your rugs, why you must steam your rugs. There's a reason for it. And it's called blocking. How to cut wool. There you go. There's a whole video on how to cut wool. So how to cut wool, Cindy Gay rug hooking. If you guys want to get into that, or you want to learn how to do it, or you want to know what it's all about, this person right here has a latch. This is for cutting wool to make latch hook rugs, which is done with this little thingy here. You'll see old latch hook rug kits, and you don't see kits very often anymore. So there you go for that. All right. So that is, oops, I'm getting ahead of myself. How to felt. Dang it. All right. We got a lot to cover, so I can't stay on anything for too terribly long. And if I missed you, somebody yell at me, because I missed a couple. I missed Boatman last week and a couple other people, and I felt really bad. But I'm trying to stay on task. How to felt wool sweaters. So you have obviously got different kinds of wool, right? You have the old scratchy, itchy stuff, 100% wool. Then you have the wool blends. You have Angora. You have Merino. You have all of that stuff. The key is when you are, for me, I'm giving you my life experience on felting wool rugs. The key is, if you are felting heavy sweaters, you want to do all your heavy sweaters together. If you're doing Angora, you want to do all Angora. If you're doing Merino blends, you want to do each type together. And it just takes a washing machine. Now, I will say, can you felt wool in a front loading machine? You absolutely can. Does a machine with an agitator do a better job? It absolutely does. Your wool will felt much better. It won't take as long. Does that make sense? So this little vlog, and I put the link to it down below, but there are many other places will tell you exactly how to felt them. And she says make sure they are 80 to 100% wool if you want them to truly felt, and that is for sure. The thin, like cashmeres, are nice to use as a lining, but not so great for like the bottom of a slipper. And that is true also. Each one of them has a different use. So She walks through all of it and shows you how to do it. There are many, there are many videos and stuff out there. You can't go wrong. It is honestly, I'm sure that pretty much everybody out there has felted a wool sweater or a wool shirt accidentally. Haven't you? Haven't you? Then you tried to stretch it out, but it was too late. You already ruined it. So one of my favorite things to do for a long time was to make purses out of felted wool. And all of these little bitty pieces here are great to make these kind of felted wool bags. And you can make them crossbody. You can do all of these different designs on them. You can go wild. Another amazing thing to look at this one right here. Not only did they, you can tell that was a sweater, right? They took the little, and this little bird they added to it. So this was the bottom part of the sweater. And I don't know if they used the, let's go check it out. It's on eBay. No, they didn't. I personally would have used one of the sleeves to make that strap, and I would have braided it, because that strap is made out of a different kind of material and it will pull differently and on the fabric. And so it's not going to hold up as well. Does that make sense? Isn't that gorgeous? And here it looks like they absolutely used some leather or suede. Yep. Some pieces of leather, which they probably also, oh man, giving all my stuff away. Oh, there you go. Yes, dryer balls. If you guys don't like to use, let's see if I can pull one up real quick. If you guys don't like to use fabric softener sheets, which are actually really detrimental to your equipment, as in your dryer, because of the waxy stuff that's on them, these dryer balls are amazing. And here, look, you can even get these ones right here. And I just put a drop of whatever kind of essential oil you might like, or you might not like anything. I put a drop of essential oil on one of those and I throw it in. It's better than anything. And they're a thing. Buy one for everybody. Give them for Christmas presents. Great stocking stuffer. It takes up a whole lot of area, so you don't have to put anything else in there, right? And you could even make your own. They're not hard to make. So we want to go back here to wool sweaters. All right. What am I doing here? I'm going to go up here. This right here is another thing. Slippers. Super easy to make. Really, they really, really are. Anything you want. And you can line them, just like that lady said. You can take your softer wool and you can line them. And then you can either use, if you want to put tread on the bottom of them, you can use the glue dots, or you can use hot glue, or they actually make treads that you can put on the bottom, but I never had any problems with them. And the nice thing about these is they're super easy to make, you guys. Super easy to make. Look at, you want some nice wool socks, and they're not scratchy, I promise you. Good night. Thanks for coming in. Make it with a wool sweater. Is this a YouTube? Uh-oh. Well, we're not going to watch that, but there you go. If you want, here it shows how to make mittens. Super easy. If you don't have a sewing machine, this can be done by hand with blanket stitch. It really is more than you'll ever know. Okay, I'm going to unshare for a second, because what I did, what Dren's mom and I did before she passed away. Boatman, I missed you last week. I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're in here. One of my friends sent me she sent me a cop. You guys were having a good old time last week in the comments, and she screenshot one of the comments and she goes, "Oh my gosh, these guys are so hilarious," which you all are. And I saw that you were in there and I was like, I never saw him come in. All right. So Dren's mom loved going to the bins. Don't we all? Those of us that love going to the bins. And she wanted to make some Christmas presents for her family one year. And so I was telling her about showing her some of the felted purses and stuff that my sister and I had made. And as a matter of fact, I think she typed one of them. Anyway, so we got a bunch of, it's funny when you're actually looking for them, they're not there. So every time we went, we would look for wool sweaters, and we got a couple that were green. I was into John Deere big time back then. This is a navy blue wool sweater, and this wool sweater was green and blues and stuff. So we felted them. They're not super felted because you don't want you. This one is about as felt as it's going to get. And I think I was able to make six stockings out of two sweaters, because you would cut your stockings this big piece, and then these little pieces you would use, and then you could cut more designs out, right? But the cuff around the cuff of the sweater or the hem, then you would cut this, and after you had this all sewn together, you would sew this into the back, and that's what you hung it with, right? Anyway, I made a lot of these. They're super simple. This is just called a blanket stitch. Super easy to do. You can do that with wool yarn, whatever. These are so great. Maybe you have a sweater that was grandpa's favorite sweater, or your mom's, somebody that's no longer with you. Maybe you have something from them and it just hangs in your closet and you don't get to enjoy it. Well, there you go. You can do one of these. You can make yourself a little purse. You could make yourself a pair of mittens. You could make yourself a pair of slippers, right? Or you can make these to sell. Or we get a drink of water here. It's going to be a long one. Or you picked up a bunch of sweaters and you found out, oh man, there's like 7 or 8 holes in this one, and it's a gorgeous sweater, and you're just like, should I sell it? Shouldn't I sell it? What should I do with it? Let me show you this one real quick before I continue on. I got to have a drink of water. Let me drop this one in the chat too, but this sweater right here, this vest that they made, is amazing. There's a hat, unfelted, felted. Can you see the difference? Heat, moisture, agitation, soap, sudden temperature changes. Here's just everything. Wool and cashmere. Dry clean. You're going to ruin it. Before washing, 1 wash cycle, 2 wash cycles. Lots of times. There you go. This is what happens. This is actually a good one. I should have pulled it up first. There's what size it was before she started, and that's the size after 1 wash. Sometimes you need 4, 5, 6 washes to get it going. Christmas ornaments, sachets. I'm going to show you some other stuff here in a minute. Stuffed animals, hats, all kinds of stuff. All right. So you found out that some of your stuff isn't really sellable. Now, there are people that will buy it and fix it if it's an amazing item. So can you sell your cashmere sweater that's got some holes in it? Sure you can. Better make sure that you declare the holes and let them know, right? So felted wool sweater scraps, cuttings, crafters, cutters, appliques, lots of colors. Crafter cutter lot, mixed wool cashmere sweaters. There's here, right here, here's a tool that they use to actually cut the strips for the rugs. Cut a rug, cut a rug, cut a rug. So look at, there's another, here's these vintage wool blankets that they're selling for Cutter Crafts. $44. That's a deal. As a matter of fact, I have a couple like this that I think I'm going to relist because they're just not moving. And guess what? They will. Somebody wants those solid, they want those solid colors. And wool is expensive. And this kind of wool right here is what they want, especially for the rugs, because it holds up really well. And then you guys, all of these little things, the wool cutters, if you see these, they do sell fairly well. So here's another wool blanket. And of course, you know that the wool blankets get felted accidentally when they get washed too. All the new washing machines have a wool setting. Can you wash your wool? You can. It's got to be in very cold water and it cannot go in the dryer. It literally, just don't do it. I don't care what they say. So can you wash your wool? Yeah, you can. So huge lot, 6 pounds, cut felted wool sweater. So these are the scraps. Somebody already felted or they didn't. It's hard to tell. Some of it's felted, some of it's not. These are the scraps left over that they don't want. Somebody is happy to buy those and to be able to get their hands on them and recycle them. So let's look and see what we have for sales on these. You guys, there's no reason to let any of this go to waste. $99 for a lot of 35. Now this person sells quite a bit of these and they can consistently use wool in the dryers is the fastest way to turn an X. That's for sure. $40 for a lot of 5 wool blend sweaters for crafting. Cutters, a lot of 6 flawed wool sweaters for crafting, whatever. People will come in and buy these and they will hand stitch the moth holes or whatever too. But just so that you know, $6.89 for a pile of scraps. Is that a ton of money? No, but she could have thrown these away. She, he, they. There's an Argyle sock, right? Your socks get bad. Look at those. $6.25. Like I said, might not be a lot, but it's more than they would have gotten if they threw them in the garbage. Here's a blue wool shrunken felted blanket and $24. Man, wool is expensive. So whoever bought that for crafting got a deal, a steal of a deal. Cowboy Collection wool cutter green saddle pad. Who'd have thunk? Here's another wool saddle pad. Saddle pads. There you go, you guys. There you go. They will take this wool off the top side. They will reuse the leather. There's probably nothing in there. They might even reuse this or make something for the pup to lay on, right? So there you go. So let's see, we did that. The next thing I want to look at, upcycled wool sweaters. Oh, no, we're not quite done with wool. So let's go to felted wool. Crafting with felted wool. Here we go. This kind of handmade felted is different. This is them taking wool and they have a special tool and this is something cool to learn. See this? Why is that doing that? See this tool? See this tool that she has? It's got a sharp end on it, a barb like a, hi Coley, thanks for popping in. It's got a sharp-ended barb on it, similar to a fishing lure. And you poke and you pull, and you poke and you pull, and you poke and you pull until eventually it looks like this. And you can see some of the folds in there, but that is a felted, here we go. Here's a hen and chicks that somebody did the same thing with. So it started out, it's not the greatest pictures. I don't know where they got their pictures from, but anyway, I don't know why it keeps going to Amazon. Needle felting, easiest ever needle felting project. So they're going to show you, there's a needle. They're going to show you how to make these little acorns and all these. So needle felting is a thing. And if you want to learn how to do that, there are plenty of places out there that will teach you. And it's a great way to do that. Here's another place that'll show you how to do all of this. And it's really quite the thing to learn how to do. There's so many things that you can do with the wool. You can make yourself a little scrambled eggs and bacon. You can make yourself a little Christmas mouse. Or I guess he's not a Christmas mouse, he's a Halloween mouse. So as a reseller, all of those little things full of yarn that they can never get rid of, or unless somebody like myself comes in that knows what it's for. This stuff is great if you sell on Whatnot. These kind of things, the craft supplies. People are crafty, you guys. People are super crafty. They need the supplies to make the crafts. And the less expensive the supplies, the better for them, because to go to Joann's or Hobby Lobby or go online there's let me think if I can remember what it's called. Somebody, is Amy in here? Oh, you're in so much trouble, Amy. Oh, Mousy, yeah, isn't he cute? There's a crafting website. Why can't I think of it? Ravelry. Anybody here know about Ravelry? Have any of you guys ever heard of Ravelry? Ravelry, you have to sign up. This is an amazing. Oh, I'm already signed up. What am I doing? Are you taking your child?
Perhaps.
I just call him the little terrorist. He's been a little terrorist the last few days.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. I love you.
Love you.
And I meant that to the love of my heart. All right. Ravelry. Ravelry.com. If you guys don't know about this and you're a crafter, I'm sorry. Oh, you're crafty in other ways, Marie. Trust me. I know all about that. There you are. Where have you been? How dare you lurk and not say hi? I was going to ask you what the name of that site was I sent you that even Amy didn't know about it. So you can have your own site on here. 2,652 Ravelers are online right now. My sister actually sells, does yarn and does all kinds of stuff. I don't know if I remember her name on here or how you even patterns, projects, people. Let's see if I can find her. She must have changed her. Oh, this is my sister's Ravelry, and she makes all kinds of things. She designed this sweater, made it. This is my niece, same thing. So she designed it. She put the pattern on here. My sister also sells all kinds of things. She will sell the patterns. She sells wool. They dye their own wool. So my niece may well have spun this wool, and then they dyed it, and they made these things. So if you can, yarn ideas, projects, here's another one that she did. I never saw that one. That's pretty cool. There's another one. So you guys can go on Ravelry and you can search for yarns. Say you have a special kind of yarn, you can't figure out what it is. Ravelry is a good place to go. If you have a tag and you want to see how old it is and you want to see if somebody has it, you can go right in here to Angora and it'll show you all these different things, how many people have made projects with this, whether they like it. So if you want to learn something about yarn, you want to learn something about other stuff, Ravelry is a great place to go. And you can sign up and you can sell on there and you can have your own store. And if you design stuff, great place for you to be. It's a great place for you to be. I don't know why. I think I've talked about it a few times, but not very often. She is very talented. I don't know why she doesn't have any pictures of her socks, but my sister makes socks. She has a YouTube channel. I've shared it before. She teaches how to. Well, it would be Melody Cowan. She's going to watch this. Oh, man. I keep giving away like my next thing. So, my sister made me a beautiful quilt, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. My mom did. My mom's made many of them, but it got stolen from me, unfortunately. So, wool. Are we clear on wool? Anybody need anything else? No, I wanted to show you crafting t-shirts, wool. Hang on a second, you guys. Crafting with felted wool. All right. Let's see if here's another one doing needle felted wool projects. Look at that. Pretty darn cool. You would just be amazed. So here we go. This is what I was looking for. This is a big thing right now for Christmas. All of these little Christmas stockings, Christmas trees. Now these ones were probably made out of a sleeve of a sweater, and then they were needle felted a little bit. Some of them were, some of them weren't. This one I can tell you is probably needle felted. Needle felted gnomes. There's a tutorial. All of this stuff. Look at this, you guys. They're easier to do than you might think. Then you'd make a terrible spy. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. I would make a terrible spy. I can't. Oh my God, that's way too cute. That is way too cute. Okay, so can you see this one's pretty. This one's pretty. They took a lot of little different colors. You see the pink in there, and then she needle felted that. The eyes, she probably did some stitching to pull the face into. So this is really adorable. Anyway, just telling all kinds of the truth. So my sister makes wool socks, and my mom does too. And they use a machine that is called a circular sock machine that came out in the early 1900s, late 1800s. And you can go on her channel and she'll teach you how to use them. But yeah, so any of these little things, felted wool Christmas. Look at this. So easy. I know none of us have time for any of this, but everybody sits down to watch TV. These little things can be made. All of these little things you can do. You can. Trust me. I know you can. Well, you guys might sit down and watch TV, but I don't. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is, as a reseller, t-shirt quilts. T-shirt quilts are big, and they sell for a lot of money. And you guys, it's ridiculous. These companies that make them, it's highway robbery. If you can sew a straight line, I kid you not. If you can sew a straight line, you can make a t-shirt quilt. They're not hard to make. And you can, and not only t-shirts, what? Sweatshirts. Look at all these, look at all the what's the word I want to use? Fake. How many people are buying these sweatshirts and they're getting all these fake t-shirts and all these fake sweatshirts? You can't sell that stuff online. They're coming after you. They're coming after you. They're going to take your stuff down because you didn't do a good job. You didn't look at what you had. Well, now you're stuck with these fake repro, whatever you want to call them, whatever word you want to use to describe the thing that is not real. Now you got this thing that's not real. Well, guess what you can do with it? Even the real ones. But most people aren't going to take the real ones and do this. I saw a really cool one earlier when I was looking this stuff up. Harley t-shirts. Let's see if Harley Davidson t-shirt quilt. Dude, how many of you guys see these? For a while there, for Leonard Legendary Motorcycles, and then you can get this material at Joann's or wherever. I won't say the HL word because I don't shop there. So if you shop there, that's fine. You can go online and order any kind of fabric you want. These shirts, these t-shirts, quilts, boy, I cannot talk for the life of me. Sell them at the flea market or in my backyard. Yep. Phony baloney. That too. It's the same with pretty much anything that makes the there's the word I'm looking for will come to me sooner or later. But anyway, so again, got a bunch of t-shirts, t-shirt cutter lots. These are going to the felt, the wool felt. Same thing with chenille. Oh my gosh. Maybe if I take this t-shirt cutter lots, let's see, all kinds of lots for t-shirts, whatever. Wall mounted rag cutter, same thing. So here's 1, 2, 3 t-shirts, lots of 4. That's for whatever. T-shirt. See if that'll help. Felt. Oh, silk. Okay, we were going to get to the ties anyway, so we might as well hit those. Ties, t-shirts, chenille blankets. Oh, wait a minute. I wrote it down. Belts, skirts, curtains, tablecloths, pillows, you name it. Cutter jeans and sweaters. They make everything out of it. The belts that are cracked because somebody wore it on the same loop at the same time, guess what? Those leather belts are worth money. So you guys get the picture, right? What I really want to show, somebody remind me belts in a minute. I'm going to go to that. Is I want to go here. Quilts from jeans. Okay, I'm going to try not to cry here because I miss my dad. My mom had a ton of my dad's old jeans. I'm going to belt you. And the first year, he died January 19th of 1990. The first Christmas after he passed away, she took a pair of his jeans and she made a little tiny pouch about like this for each one of the grandkids, and she embroidered their names on it and she filled it full of marbles, and she gave each of the grandkids that for Christmas that next year. That was a piece of their granddad. I don't know if any of them have them anymore. That was a piece of their granddad that she gave them that was theirs. And she took the rest of his jeans and she made a quilt like this. I don't want to see. Oh. All right, well, that's more than... There was another one on here. Let's go back. These quilts are super simple to make. They're cool. This one is denim and chenille. You can make them out of anything, but they're so... Here, my sister made me one like this. And that's the one that got... oh, actually, I might actually put this link in the chat because you guys, these are so cool. So if you have clothes left over from somebody special, these quilts are amazing. I don't see... I really want the one that they showed on there, of course. Here we go. Let's see if I can get a bigger... I want to make this bigger so that you guys can see it. So the one that my sister made me was like this. She didn't put denim on the back of it. I'm trying to remember it. She put flannel. She might have put denim. I don't know. It's been so long ago and it got stolen from me from some nefarious people. I hope they enjoy it. So what my mom did was she took the denim, and the denim was the top. This is the back side. And then she took flannel, and I don't know if it was from a flannel sheet. There you go. There's another thing, right? Flannel sheets. This is perfect for these. And she made a huge quilt out of my dad's pants. And my uncle, her brother, has it, and I don't know why, but anyway, I do know why, but I don't know why he would have wanted it. I would have died to have had that quilt. But I don't have it, but I have memories. So this is an amazing way to reuse scraps. This is an amazing way to sell things on Whatnot. So when Whatnot started their crafters, quilters section, they asked me to come on and be on there, and I did, and I helped them start it, and I'm still in it. And when I go back to start selling again on Whatnot, this is the kind of stuff that you will see me sell. I will sell the pieces of denim. I will sell the where did it go? I will sell the wool pieces that need either some help or they need to be used for rugs. I will sell the funky ties. We're going to look at that in a minute. So these quilts are very, very easy as compared to other quilts that people make. Like these quilts right here, right? So there's so many things that you can do with denim and flannel and jeans. You can do the same thing with jeans. You can make stockings. You can make hats. You can do all of that stuff. So when you are looking as a reseller, let's go out of here for a minute. So as a reseller, when you're looking at a pile of jeans, maybe they're all like size 0. And you're just like, or maybe you've had them forever because they're a size 0, or maybe that they're skinny jeans, or maybe they're something that just is no longer He'll be down. Okay. That is just no longer worthy. Or maybe you got them home and you didn't do good enough. We've all been there. No shade on anybody. Didn't do good enough checking them. The crotch is wearing out, or there's holes in the seams for whatever reason. It is amazing, and people want them, and they would rather buy the old, worn out, used jeans than to go buy new denim because it doesn't look the same. It doesn't feel the same. It's all that. So the same. So you got t-shirts, you got silk shirts, you have the old cotton decorated tablecloths that are stained up. Yeah, sell those in a lot, because guess what? Somebody's going to use them for these little pieces right here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. A quilt is only, hi Mike, did you sneak in? I missed you somewhere down there. A quilt is only as old as the newest piece of fabric on it. So when you find pieces of vintage fabric that may be only this big, somebody maybe only needs a piece this big and they need it from a certain era so that they're not ruining the age of their quilt. True quilters, right? So, and they can do the same thing with old jeans. People will laugh at somebody saving the old Sears jeans. Now there's people that wear them. So keep that in mind. If you got a stack of t-shirts that you just can't make yourself list because you know they're not worth it, sell them in a lot. Put crafter, put cutter, put whatever. Somebody's going to buy them and reuse them again. Yeah, Mike, stay away from Florida. I hear it's wet. Poor people down there. All those little bits and pieces of cotton and cloth. I'm not going. So I went upstairs to look for a couple of things, and I was like, this is like Christmas all over again. Because you guys, I'm horrible. Nobody knows that I have stuff upstairs, right? Well, Ty, mum's the word on that. All right. Here's other stuff. Let me share here again. I was talking about other things that you can make from quilts, right? Look, here's a rug. Remember the old oh, nope. Remember the old braided rugs out of wool? Well, here's one out of denim. Baskets. Oh shoot, that whole thing is a video. Sorry. Pillows, purses, pockets, things to put your plants in, bracelets. What do we got here? All kinds of stuff. Here you go. All kinds of things. If it can be made, this is similar to the wool one, right? Recycled jeans bags, a wall pocket, all these things. You know nothing. Thank you. I need some solidarity. Here's something for your office. This would be a cool present to make for a teacher that likes this kind of stuff. If you're into doing that kind of stuff, I'm not, no pressure on anybody. Here, you can do this. So if you guys, how about that? Somebody made some hot pads, all kinds of stuff. And so while we're doing this, let's do this crafts from leather belts. Oops. All kinds of things. People take these 50 plus DIY upcycled leather belts. So all of these leather belts that you see hanging in the closets at the estate sales, because that's mostly where I shop, you guys know. So, or if you're seeing them at the thrift store, here is that people make. Here's a mirror somebody made out of the belts. What are they making here? A huge art display rack. Okay, yeah, well that's not my style, but somebody might like it. That would be cool in a man cave or a Western, whatever, if that's what you're into. The fact of the matter is, these belts, vintage dead stock Western tool leather belts, somebody's going to buy these and they're going to make this kind of stuff out of it, or they're going to make this kind of stuff out of it. And they want the buckles. So you could cut the buckles off and sell them separately, or you could just sell them in a lot with the buckles and the conchos and all of that stuff in it. There is not any your hippie uncle made backpacks. Oh, heck yeah. Backpacks. I was to see, so I didn't have to just like Google it. You see the let's see if that does it right here. You guys, you got a expensive leather chair that looks like this. No worries. Go right on eBay or Etsy or go to the local estate sale and get you some belts. I got to laugh at myself because you guys are dry tonight. I don't know what's going on with you. And here you go. There's your, where's Kevin Commonwealth Flipper? He used to lurk. Anybody? Bueller? Look at this. Here's your aluminum. He's always so super picky about these aluminum chairs. Well, guess what? Somebody wants your aluminum chair that these aluminum webs are ratty on, because they're going to take your belts too. Hi, Kathy. How are you? They're going to take your belts too, and they're going to do this. And that sucker's not going anywhere. Not with those. Yeah, just don't sit on a buckle. That could be surprising for sure. So, leather, any kind of leather. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. So, and you can do this with any kind of chair, right? You could do it with a tabletop, a little tabletop, any of the bamboo, all of this stuff, right? You want to repair something. This is cool how they did this. That's very interesting. So, belts, and not just the leather ones, right? There's other types of belts out there too, but they're all very usable and very wanted. Nothing suspicious about buying 20 leather. Should have brought it in here. Marie, I picked Marie and Justin up one weekend and we drove down to Astoria, about an hour and 20 minutes. I don't know. We might have gotten there faster. I don't always follow the speed limit. Shh, don't tell anybody. And we probably should have taken their car too, because we filled my Jeep up. Like, I don't even know how Marie and Justin were sitting on the way home. But I literally filled a whole king size pillowcase full of belts. Absolutely. And then I brought them home and I have them. I had to, this lady, everything, every outfit, everything that she ever got that had a belt to it, she rolled it up and put a rubber band around it and threw it. And she had this dresser thing in her closet. And leather belts, fabric belts, the 90s belts. Cher called, she wants her belts back, those kind of belts. There's some money. Your kids have been really bad. And I got them all for free, because at the last hour of the sale, everything is for free. And so, yeah. Oh, should have taken the damn van. I know. We talked about that. There was so much left in that house. They already had filled 2 dumpsters and they had another dumpster out there. And I don't know how, and they spent 2 weeks down there in a bed and breakfast. No, did they get a bed and breakfast or did they get a B&B? Yeah, bed and breakfast. Duh. The workers spent 2 weeks down there working on this house. And we went down on the last day, which was Sunday, and it had been open. I think it had been a 4-day sale. And we went down on Sunday and we loaded our cars up, and what was it? $20, did we get there before they started the $10, $20 a bag, and then they drop it down to $10 a bag, and $10 a bag or $1 for any item in the house. So if you chose something that was marked at 99 cents when the sale started, it was $1 if that was all you were getting. If you chose something that was $200 and that's all you were getting, it was $1. And then the last hour, everything is free. So I got a huge king size pillowcase full of amazing belts. So there you go. All right. Oh, here's this is kind of a table stool. A lot of people will use these for little accent tables. So there you go. There's your belts. We did quilts from jeans. We did the Harley Davidson. I'm going to leave this here because this one's going to blow your mind. Okay, wait a minute. All right, let's do, before we get, that one's going to take me a while. Okay, we did. I got to consult my brain. Did that. Same with old leather coats, by the way. All the old leather coats that you see. People want them. They're going to make purses. They're going to fix things with them. So are we thinking outside the box? Are you with me on this? Thinking outside the box? That leather coat's grungy and there's some problems with it. Yeah. Nobody's probably going to want to buy it to wear. It's not the same as buying a beat up, torn up Carhartt. But somebody wants the leather from it. We're doing broken breakables next. No, we're doing flatware. This will make Jeremy happy. So let me pull it up here. You guys, I can't talk and type at the same time. Let's see if this is what I want. Not as much of it. Well, let me do it a different way. Okay. Oh, wow. Mother load. Okay. All of that flatware that you don't want to sell, that you don't want to find, this is amazing. That you don't want to look for the patterns, or maybe it just isn't. Yeah. It's expensive. Yep. That you don't want to mess around with. Somebody out there wants it. Look. This is the top. Oh, this is amazing. All right, let's visit. It's not just for jewelry. Dysfunctional designs. Oops. What the heck? Get out of here. I'll give you guys the link for any of you hardcore people that love this stuff. So silverware, upcycled and repurposed. Here you got spoons and forks. These are forks. Here you got the handles. Look at this. This is like the top to a salt and pepper shaker. They have made, those are so cool. Silverware flowers, hooks, bell chime necklaces made from antique hollow dinner knives. So the very end of the dinner knife that's hollow. And they made a bell chime out of it. Okay. Oh, man, I wish they hadn't shown this because this is something we're going to talk about in a little bit. You have a set of flatware on your photography table right now and a box of loose stuff that I might sell in bulk now. Oh, absolutely. Do it. I have a box down here and I have a bunch in storage, and that's where a lot of it's going to go. If I can't figure out, even the stainless steel, even the cheap stuff, these guys love this. So we're not going to talk about that. Well, apparently where people will make napkin rings. Here you go with some of the older stuff, right? So if you're going, here's my suggestion. If you're going to sell it as a lot for crafting and stuff like this, maybe go on to Pinterest and snap a couple of pictures like this. Make sure you put, you know, something on your picture. Go into your collage, go into your camera and edit and write on it that for ideas only kind of thing. Not that the people that are buying it aren't already going to know what they're going to do with it, right? So here's a dragonfly. Oh, this is cool. A jewelry tree. Fish. A clock. That's a mirror, but it could be made into a clock, couldn't it? So all of, oh, wow. Wow. Handles, new handles. Okay, we're going to skip that because we're going to talk about, oh my gosh, this site is ruining earrings. There's the clock. I actually have one of these listed, but mine's actually really was made that way. I might need one of those. Anyway, silverware upcycled and repurposed, crafts to mix with spoons, forks, and knives. And not just that. Let's just go a step further because this is part of probably spelled that wrong. Silverplate, I should put. Okay. This one isn't going to be as good, but I'll show you some better ones. All of those with silver, all of those, this kind of stuff that you get, the silver plate that nobody wants. Michael, look at it. Make a statue like they did. Yeah. Michael, look at this stuff because he's going to find some real silver in there. Look at, they're making vignettes. They're using it for this. She hasn't got any of the stuff that I, so many things that people will use silver plate with. Here they've made some Sadie Season Goods is the name that they're crediting this for. Silver plated spoon pendants. Here is a tiered tray bird feeder because those fancy little finches need they need to be taken care of, right? Here's a scarf hooks. So silver plate, but let's see. Something that they're using silver plate with, and we're going to get into this. We're going to get into more of this. A light fixture. This, here we go. Those hollow knife handles, and you can get the letter punches, and you can punch these names in, no problem. Same over here, though they've made whimsical angels, so you guys can look at these. These are cute. Oh, would you look at that? While we're on this, breakables and stuff, and we're in Pinterest, let's just go with if you guys didn't know about this, upcycled Pyrex jewelry. I know I've talked about this before. So all of those pieces that are tortured or broken, people are making all kinds of things out of them. Here's the best one to show. So, or they might not even be broken and tortured. Lots of people don't buy these anymore. Well, this lady is. She's buying them, she's cutting them, and she's making jewelry out of them, and she's selling it. And here's another one. They're making it this way. Now, I'm not going to say this one's Pyrex inspired, so this wasn't probably. I don't think that this one right here was actually made out of a piece of Pyrex, but a lot of them are. Here is a Crazy Daisy Corel plates made into a Christmas ornament. What did they do here? They made more Christmas ornaments. Oh man, I lost my, don't need that. Here we go. See if we can find this one. This one looks like it might be from a real vintage. And it's not just Pyrex either. It's all of the older, look at that. The Broken Plate Company. So as a matter of fact, Marie, when you guys did the Clark County Fair, the world's largest, the last time you were there was a lady that had a booth and she had all the Pyrex and everything. And she literally had a basket that had broken pieces of this, just like this in it. And I looked at her and she goes, "Are you going to ask me?" And I go, "Oh no, I already know. People are making jewelry and all kinds of stuff out of that." And she goes, "You're the only person that has walked through here that knew that." So here you go. A lot of people don't like the browns, but they sure do make beautiful earrings, don't they? Hi Cheryl, how are you? How you doing? Yep, broken cells, weird cells. So another thing that people are doing, oops. Another thing that people are, I think those of you that have been following me for a long time saw me go to New York, and you know Dom, Primetime Treasure Hunter, and we met up at an estate sale, and there were some Pyrex bowls that were just tortured. People, they'd been put in the dishwasher for so many times, and the paint was ruined. Well, you can take that paint off, and people are making stencils, altered Pyrex, and there's also ways to remove maybe you got these Pyrex bowls and you don't like them, and so there are videos out there that show you how to remove the less desirable and make them look new again. And then you can buy whatever stencil you may want to put on it. Here's a vintage Pyrex, one of the large mixing bowls. We see those everywhere. Yes, very much so. I'm glad you're doing good, Cheryl. Same, and they make the mosaics with the look at, somebody made a light vintage bowl planters. So there is a ton. What I'm getting at is, don't walk past the Pyrex because it's ugly. Don't walk past this bowl because it looks like that. Don't do it. More often than not, nobody's going to want it. And there are videos out there that will show you how to clean it. This one may actually come clean and look nice. There are videos out there that will show you how to take all this gunk off. These ones right here are what I'm really talking about. Don't walk past these, because there's videos out there that'll show you how to get all of this off. You can either have it reglazed right here. You can do Pyrex restoration. So if you didn't know already, I'll see that bowl for $8.99 at Goodwill. Yes, you can wear uranium glass jewelry. Yeah, uranium glass has less radiation in it than a banana does. And I'm not just saying that because everybody says that. It has been scientifically proven. Your old Fiesta ware has more radiation in it than you're supposed to be having. So if you have older Fiesta ware and you're eating off of it, stop it. I kid you not. Uranium glass, you guys got to settle down on the uranium glass because there's nothing you can eat off of it. You can drink out of it. It's okay. So don't wear banana jewelry. That is right. That is correct. Bananas don't have that much radiation, but if you guys don't know, when fruit and produce is brought in from out of country, it goes through X-ray and radiation machines. There you go. Buy local or grow your own. I hope I didn't ruin your guys' nights. All right. So we did Pyrex recycled. We did flatware. All right. This is going to be my favorite. I got to have a drink of water. Let me close this and this and this. What do we got here? And what that? I don't want that. This. It's just easier to do this because I just made all the pretty girls walk like this. All the teacups. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been preaching this. That's right, Mike. I'm sorry, it's not the uranium glass. I have been talking about these for 4 or 5 years now. I don't know how many people I have shown this to on my phone when I've been. Mike's a troublemaker. He's quietly a troublemaker. Yep. This one right here too. Not the Marie part, but the Justin part. These two should not be together, and throw this one in and we're all in for some trouble. These teacup and silver spoon chandeliers are amazing, and you will see them at the bougie coffee shops. But check this out. Look at these one-of-a-kind candlestick holders. You guys are getting broken figurines and stuff like that. I want these ones. Look at. Would you just look at this? Salt and pepper shakers. We have found a niche for them. They will no longer be resold. Here's one. Let's see. Let's go through here and look at these. Salt and pepper shakers. And some brass. Who knew? I did. Did you guys know? Let's have a blacklight party. Let's have a rave. We're having raves at Mike's house. You guys, these are hilarious. These would make some amazing wedding presents. Why not? Give them something that you made for them, or Christmas or whatever. I mean, they don't have to be the popcorn and the McDonald's and that kind of stuff. There's some other gorgeous ones. Let's see. Let's go back here. No, that one's okay. Very interesting, very Texas-y. I bet it's the same person. I saw some cooler ones earlier today when I was... We could go into so many different recycled. This is another thing I'm going to talk about here in a little bit. What I really want to get at is Punch bowl. Look at this Baltic amber. That wasn't recycled. It might have been. Kind of reminds me of that wagon wheel lamp that you got for me. I don't want to hear anything about it. All right, let's go back here because I want to open up the other one. That thing fell apart. All right. Oh. You guys, all those punch bowls that nobody's ever wanted to buy that go in the garbage. Oh, you would be surprised, Jeremy. I don't know. Look at this is just a freaking cup. It's a cup that they inserted into this nightlight. Hello? Avon's calling. They're red Cape Cod, you know, I'm just saying. This is amazing. It's just, they call it the punch cup drunk chandelier. And look what's up here. A Jello mold. Yep, a Jello mold. Let's just enjoy. Special painted Pyrex glass 25s lampstein. All of this stuff is recycled and made out of here's another one. 14 artsy teacup inspired crafts. How many times do you go into an estate sale and they don't have the saucer, or maybe the teacup has a chip in it, or there's too much crazing, and all of these teacups are just sitting there. They're going to get thrown away. They're going to get thrown in a box, sent to the Goodwill. And then, and so, I mean, you could just go on and on and on. This is cool. And they even have a template in here for how to make it. It's just wooden spoons or plastic spoons. This is the one that I saw earlier that I thought was so cool. It's all the birds. Then you got the little dogs. Anything that you could imagine, right? To make these one-of-a-kind candlesticks. That is an amazing idea. And all you really need is a glass or ceramic drill bit for your drill, and a couple of things too. I love those birds too. I'm with you on that in a hot second. I just think that those are amazing. So should you pick up the little things? Only if you're going to use them. Not really. You can sell these in a lot on eBay, Etsy, wherever, right? You got all of these birds or these little dogs that have errors, little problems with them. No worries. Somebody's going to craft with them. Look at, somebody made this. They might not have, but they might have. And then you just go one of a kind. OOAC in your title. Same thing that they do with the Bratz dolls and the Monster High dolls. They take all of these little pieces. Here's all of the crystals that came from all the chandeliers, and you can buy them. Of course you can buy them unmade, but buy them brand new. But why would you do that when we see them everywhere? Check this out. 5-shade multicolored. This could be made out of anything. I would die for that. Not really, but that's gorgeous. That's not repurposed, but that could be repurposed. How many times do you see these? Here, let's see if I can get a better picture of it. How many times do you see old light fixtures with this piece right here, right? All you need is that piece. I don't know if you guys have ever rewired a lamp, but it's easy as it's crazy easy. And a lot of people are scared to do it. Super easy to do. Rewire the lamp, find yourself some glass pieces. Could be a bowl, could be a punch bowl, could be whatever. All right. I'm getting lost here. These teacup lamps, not only are they teacup lamps, unique chandeliers for dining rooms, bedrooms, and more. This, let's see here. they're going to sell us these. I don't want this place. I want somebody that's doing this. Look at somebody took this octopus resin statue. These pieces right here, the spoons. This is a creamer, a Silverplate creamer. This is a Silverplate platter. This is a Silverplate coffee pot. This is the creamer. There's the sugar. And they made this lamp. Super easy. You got a drill bit and a piece of metal rod, which, let me just tell you something. Go out to the estate sale garage and you can find all the little pieces you need. You might have to go buy a few nuts and bolts, but probably not. If you're seriously looking hard enough, you can find all this stuff at an estate sale and then you can sell it. But I think the thing that I love the most are the, let's go back here. We need to keep going. Look at this one. The punch bowl chandeliers. I am enthralled with them. Here's one right here. These are glass beads. These are the punch bowls. They drilled a hole in the center here. They have a light in it. You could even put fairy lights. You could wrap fairy lights around these. All of the different, look at this one. It's a Fenton cranberry jelly hobnail dish. And they made this amazing lamp out of it. That's probably the bottom of a candlestick, whatever. I'm almost speechless every time I look at these. There's something even cooler and more and more and more. So it's all in how you do your listings. Looks like 2 repurposed tension pull lamps. It could very well be. You know, and I'm not necessarily saying that all of these are repurposed here, but you can tell the ones that are. This one absolutely is. That's gorgeous. That's so Hollywood, Regency, blah, 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 whatever you want to say. I wouldn't want to dust it, but I mean, look at that one. Venetian Murano icy clear glass jellyfish hanging brass lamp swags chandelier nautical greenhouse decor showstopper. Who would put that in their greenhouse? I need some help. I know you guys already know that, so I don't need to worry about this crowd. Here you go. This is actually part of an old lamp. They turned it upside down. This right here is probably, oh, wow, this is cool. Just let your imaginations go wild, right? So all of those old gaudy lamps that you guys see, that's actually what this one is right here too. They took this lamp and it's upside down. This one could very well have been made like this, but you can do that. Just let your imagination go wild. So you can sell all of these little pieces. You guys know how much I love to sell this stuff. Wonder if they made this one. I'm not sure. Crystal vintage swag lamp ceiling chandelier Fenton honeysuckle art glass brass. This brass piece right here, almost it reminds me of the Gone with the Wind lamps, how the glass shade sits down inside it. But it also could be the piece that goes around the vanity trays. Oh, you guys, whoever asked about using old records, yeah, there's tons of crafts with records and CDs. You have a bunch of hobnail milk glass from lamps that you took apart. Yep, there you go. All right. Did the candlesticks, did the punch bowls. What time is it? I don't have anywhere to go, but you guys might. I got a couple more things I want to talk about. And then oops. It might be. Old board game pieces. You see them everywhere. Nobody wants to ship a board game. It's expensive. 9 times out of 10, half the pieces are missing. Scrabble, I'm not even going to go into the Scrabble because you guys are well aware of that. Buy bulk game pieces online in India. Well, that's Etsy India. Well, how about you buy bulk game pieces online in the United States? All of the stuff. Let me open that back up. Where did that go? What the heck? Where did that go? I'm losing my mind. It was here. Well, let's just open this one up and see what all they have in it. $6.75. I think I would have wanted a little bit more money. Look at, they got the little pegs from Battleship. All the little pieces, the little horses from the game of Risk. You name it, Monopoly houses, sorry pieces, all the little pieces. Junior Scrabble box full of them, the skip, all of it. What are you getting? You're getting that much. Okay. You're getting that much for $6.75. That's not bad. Pick up these pieces and make a big batch of them and bag them up, and that's what you get. That's pretty lucrative right there. That is pretty damn lucrative right there. Always at the bins, 100%. The little bones from Operation Checkers. I don't think Courtney will watch this, so I'm good with this. Courtney has bought a mahjong game, if you guys are familiar with those, and it's Bakelite, and she tested it, and she's literally taking the backs off of broken old antique brooches and making Bakelite jewelry. What an idea. I'm not going to show you any pictures of it. That's as far as I'm going to go. People want these things. They're going to use them however they're going to use them to craft. What was in that picture? The first picture was a bracelet. That's what got me here. Right here, this bracelet. Upcycled game pieces. Hot off the press. Here's a dog. Look at that. Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk? There you go. You're welcome. Now go buy all the beads and the game pieces. Just stick them in a big box. Oh, that's cool. Stick them in. That is amazing, actually. And this just fits right into what I wanted to talk about last. Yes, Marie, get your stuff out. Look at this. Would you look at this? This cracks me up. All right, let's go visit this site. So here you have original muck and brass artwork, upcycled toy art, modern, recycled, you name it. Look at that. All these little, look at, there's a little mushroom from help me. Mario. Right there. There's a little mushroom. There's a little Tinkerbell. There's all these little tiny pieces of things. And when you sell them, this is, I know exactly what that is. That was an expensive piece to put in there. That's made in Germany, and those actually sell for some pretty good money. Thomas the Tank Engine. What can't you find in here? There's a Lego man. There's a dinosaur that they put a hat on. This is great. Robin, you guys, people want this stuff. The only way they can get this stuff is if they're collecting it themselves, or we are smart enough to grab it and sell it in a lot, right? This stuff is everywhere. It's people that are toy sellers. They have tons of this stuff, and they can't get rid of it because they want to piece it out. Well, I'm not a piece it out kind of person. And then let's just talk about the frame right here. All the artwork in the world that's ugly and gross, and these frames sell for some good money. This could have been a pardon my French, a butt ugly frame, and they just spray painted it. Here we go. $195, and they're probably gonna get it. What's the name of this store? I need to follow. Here we go. Done. Muck and Brass London. That's the name of the store. If you guys want to follow it. I don't know how big the link is. Oh, for crying out loud. We'll see if it goes through. Nope, it's not going to. It's too much. It won't go through over there. Will it come through over here? Yeah, you could take a hit of LSD, and you sure could. Let's see if it'll come through. Okay, there you go. I don't know what that second part was from. I don't know what the similar listing top 7's about, unless it's part of that. Anyway, this is amazing. This is their store. $200. So while we're on this topic, let me bring up something about that I wanted to talk about. I got two more things to talk about, and then we'll be done. Then you guys, I like this. I really do. I like doing. That's really interesting. So all of these little pieces from your doll stuff. I got the hiccups. That's pretty ingenious, is all I got to say, guys. Indeed. Spooky. Hey, you could do this black. You could do this orange. You could do this black, and you could do Halloween. Oh, what's this right here? Let's. Oh my God, Shopkins Toy Art. This lady, she's smart. Where's Jessie? Jessie Shops. Jessie Shops would be amazing at this. If you guys don't know my friend Jessie, she loves this kind of stuff. Baby toy art. You're going to do that with a bunch of hearts. Heck yeah. You would be really good at this, Amy. This is amazing right here too. Baby shower. There's a little toy. Yeah. Heck yeah. What do we got up here? Dinosaurs. All the boy stuff. There you go. All right, so let's go out of here. The last thing I want to talk about before I do the last recycle thing is crafting with broken jewelry. OMG. If you guys don't know about this, well, welcome to my nightmare, because I shouldn't say my nightmare. I am going to make a few things. I love this stuff. If you guys know my friend Courtney at Bolo Buddies, Jeremy, would you be so kind as to drop her link? Actually, can you drop her YouTube link, but could you also drop her Whatnot link? She sells broken jewelry, and a lot of people sell broken jewelry, right? But as she's digging through the jewelry, and all right, this is where's the piece that I wanted to see. Okay, here's something you can do with the brooches. Is this going to open up? Not like I want it to. That's okay. All of this broken jewelry here. This site right here is irritating me. It's not opening up. Retro renovation. Is that same place? I can find out in a second. Making art from broken vintage costume jewelry. Gorgeous. You need the cool frames. You need some velvet. And you need some broken jewelry. All the faux pearls. Anything that you could think of. All of these are brooches. Oh, really? Okay. All of these pieces here are brooches, earrings. They might have been missing a stone here, might have been missing a stone there. Maybe they weren't missing anything. Maybe they bought these specifically to do this. And if you guys, some of these will sell for quite a bit of money. I like the little owl down there. That's really a nice one. What we typically see. Okay, now I got to go back here and do that. What we typically see, what a lot of us typically are used to seeing, is a Christmas tree, or, oh my gosh, the tree of life. Is Jody in here? Hey, hey, hey. You guys got to go check out Jody's channel. Yes, and they do. And she does almost every night. When she gets done with her show, she has a pile of stuff that she sells as a crafter's lot. I know. I know. I know. Look at this. That's amazing. So that's just amazing. All these broken pieces. And they made this beautiful kitchen crafty funds post. All right. All the things. All the things. But if you ever see this stuff made up, she's done, ooh, it's YouTube, heels, you name it. If you ever see the Christmas, the state sale people are onto these. Here you go. Look at the prices, you guys. Kid you not. Kid you not. Kid you not. This is amazing. And these brooches in these, they may well lights up. Wonder if she showed pic. Oh wow, somebody got really crap. Oh, look at that. Like a kid in a candy store here. Some of these brooches, there may be absolutely nothing wrong with them. Brooches, earrings, you name it, right? Some of them may be missing a stone. They're perfect for this kind of stuff. That's okay, but it's not one of my, I like, let's see what we got going on here. This is all the faux pearl and metal flowers. That's gorgeous. And it's literally on a piece of that's interesting. All the Christmas brooches. Santa called. He wants his brooches. Oh, Mrs. Claus. She's mad at Santa. So she's actually selling crafting, Christmas tree, vintage jewelry, lot, estate, broken pieces, brooches, and earrings. So she's showing you what you could make out of the stuff that she's selling. $43.99 each for, does it say how much? Quantity of one. Let's see if it says down here. You will receive a small USPS flat rate filled jam-packed close to 2 pounds. A small USPS filled flat rate is the size of a V8. It's a VHS holder. So that's not a lot, but that's probably enough to do a lot. Anyway, so estate jewelry, grab bag, wearable, whatever. These let's get back on track here. You guys, Jody and a couple. Oh yeah. So there you go. If you see these and you already made and you can pick them up for a good price, they will sell for a good price. All right. The last thing, and the same with the frames, the frames, right? You need the frames. You need the frames for the vintage jewelry projects. And you can get the frames pretty much dirt cheap or for free. Oh, wow, that's cool. At estate sales, the Goodwill, the thrift stores, on a box outside on the curb. Okay, this is my style. These are my colors. All right, so the last thing that I want to talk about is all of that little stuff that you just don't know what to do with. Junk drawer lots. It doesn't matter. I have one on here somewhere. It'll sell soon. Mine is, let's see, 60s, 70s, girls, room. Let's see if it pops up. I think it's something like that. Huge these are sold. So that's what the problem is. Here we go. What do you know? This is mine. I went to an estate sale a couple of weeks ago. I got most of this stuff came in some of it came in a purse that I bought. Some of it came in, I didn't pay anything for these. I paid, the goodie stuff that I threw in here because the elastic is ruined. Now you can fix those. But this is all, these people were Asian, and they went to Japan a lot. They had stuff from Tokyo, Japan, from Disney, Japan. There's a lot of little trinkets and stuff in here. Let's look. This thing right here is super cool. It's cloth. This little earring and necklace pendant. This is one of those German toys I was telling you about. This little robot here sells for about $10 by itself. These are prizes from Sugar Snaps. They're decoders. These are colored pencils, and they're not. This right here is a pen Russ lip script. I could have listed all of this stuff separately, but why not just throw it in a lot here and let somebody else get it? It's had 26 views, and I've only had it listed since the 21st. So that's a good way to get rid of some things. Here's another one. Got women furniture. All of these little things that you find. These are little lead figurines. These are actually, you could buy this and sell all of these and make some pretty good money. Actually, they only want $49.99. I mean, there's Polly Pocket pieces. Holy moly. That's a Polly Pocket piece right there. Jody, are you seeing this? Oh my goodness. Everyone needs a decoder. They do. And you know, so if you guys like the littles and you like these things, it all depends on what you type into Google. That's a, oh, who is she from? She's anime. Anyway, go find these things. Look at them. Look at the titles. Junk drawer lot, 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s. This guy actually sells quite a few. So you can make some really good money on all of these littles that you don't want to have anything to do with by listing it for a junk drawer lot. So now let's look and see what people are selling some of these for. $26, 4 bids. What did they have in here? All kinds of stuff. Marbles. What the heck is that right there? I can't think what it's called. It's Tony the Tiger something. Little babies, a little pocket knife, all this stuff that they didn't want to deal with. They just put it in this junk drawer lot and they sold it. Somebody got it for 26 bucks. All kinds of cool things in here. If you do flea markets and you need cheap stuff, it's actually a pretty good way to go. This is to the farm. There's a celluloid. I'm getting overloaded here. There you go. Right. Oh, that guy right there. That's okay. Thanks for coming in. I was going to say, I hope I hadn't missed you because I missed some people last week. Anyway, junk drawer, we're just finishing up junk drawer lots, and you can do anything in a junk drawer lot. You can do ephemera. You can do this kind of stuff. It's just a bunch of stuff that you don't want to deal with, and you add it up in there, right? It's the best way to get rid of a lot of the little stuff that you don't want to list individually. Make yourself a junk drawer lot, put crafters in it. Is it stuff that was in grandpa's drawer? Put grandpa's on it. Is it a junk drawer lot of, here's a good one right here, junk drawer lot of jewelry, beads, necklace, scarves, all that stuff, right? Maybe you just want to get rid of it. And it's easier to do with that. Make your little thing up and throw the stuff in there. You know, some of this stuff is worth listing on its own, but some people don't have. Some people have. Oh, I hate that white Photoshop. It really kills your eyes. That right there is one of those wind-up walkie guys. So you know, it's all in what you know and what your store. If you're a reseller, what your store. That right there is worth some money. That is a wind-up micro machine. That's all I got for you. Is that enough? We're at 6 to 7. We're almost 2 hours in. That's pretty good. So think outside the box. All the different things that you can do with the stuff you got sitting around that you don't. You can't part with it. Even though it's going to be a pain in the butt to get rid of, you think, oh, I'll list this. I'll list it for 10 bucks. No, take those jeans, make a jeans lot, take the wool that's ruined, take all that stuff, all the stuff we've talked about, and get it gone. There's somebody out there that wants it. Or craft with it yourself and then sell the crafts. All right, you guys, have a great weekend. If you're going sourcing, I wish you great luck. I'm not going sourcing. I got lots of listing to do, and I got lots of cool stuff. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I am just a few subscribers away from, what am I at? Like 25, 24, 26. I don't know. It changes. From 6K, which since you guys are here, I'm set. 24 away from 6,000. So when I hit 6,000, we'll have some giveaways and have a little fun. Might be next week, might not be for a month. Who knows? But I appreciate all you guys. Hi, Callie Debs. I appreciate every single one of you that has helped to get me here and watches me and harasses me and lets me harass you. You're all amazing people. And I'll see you next Friday. Bye.